Everything is fine. Audio and video. Is there any issue with the audio and the video? Audio, video. Any issues with the audio and video? Everything is fine, right? No, no. Okay, fine. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Fine, guys. Chalo. We'll start again here. Yeah. Firstly, happy New Year. So we'll start with this weekly current affairs, and so this involves the last week. That is the last week of December current affairs, and again here. Yeah, I think many of you know me. Yeah, but for the others, okay. I'm Bharat. So, All India Rank 811 in CSE 2019 batch. So, I'll be taking up a few current affairs classes over here. So, yeah, this is the thing. And so, there is a prelims test series that is going on. So, it has started from November. So, please do write if you're giving in 2023. Please do attempt this prelims test series. It's kind of mandatory in the sense, guys, prelims it's nothing much to do with your knowledge. There's some element of knowledge that's more than sufficient. Majority of the prelims question you can solve it by eliminating the things, okay, eliminating the options. That's how you solve it. So in order to learn those elimination techniques, or in order to learn those logics, how to eliminate the answer, what I mean by elimination, no, see here in reality, I think how many of you are giving in 23? I think many of you are giving in 2023, right? So yeah, many of you are giving in 23. So see here, many of you don't waste your first attempt. It's kind of precious. Always what happens is you will have the highest zeal, or the motivation will be very high in your first and second attempt. Later on, gradually the motivation decreases. So don't waste your first attempt. So what happens is, if this is the question, majority of the questions, say out of 100 questions, say at least say somewhere around 75 to 80 questions, you solve it like this. Say if the option is say A, B, C and D. If the option, there are 4 options, no one will know by reading the question, acha, the answer is A. Assuming that the answer is A, no one will know, say, but just by reading the question, I cannot tell that answer is A directly. In only very few questions, I can say that the answer is A. But in majority of the questions, say at least say over 70 questions, I can come to know that the answer is A just by eliminating option B, C and D. This is how you get the answer. So in order to learn this elimination technique, you should keep practicing the answers, or else difficult ho jayega, or matlab you'll unnecessarily waste your first attempt. So don't do that. Clear? Chalo. But please attend all this test series. Again, today we'll be taking up this thing. So these are the topics which we'll be covering. And please, guys, one more thing: current affairs, don't overdo in current affairs. It's a slippery slope. So majority of the aspirants usually make a lot of mistake in your current affairs. Mistake in the sense, you'll be wasting a lot of time. Time in the sense, the game is all about you have to convert your time or efforts into marks. In current affairs, it's a slippery slope. If you don't do your current affairs properly, in a streamlined manner, it is going to take a lot of time. It's an extremely slippery slope. So you should know where you have to apply this current affair. Else, don't think that I'm going to read current affairs in order to increase my knowledge. Knowledge se kuch hone wala nahi hai. So unless you know where to apply this knowledge, the whatever knowledge you acquire, it's purely waste. So don't do that. So here, whatever we'll be doing is we'll link each of the topic with the syllabus and where you can utilize this. I'll say whatever the current affairs is. If whatever current affairs you are doing, you have to do it in the same sense, or else unnecessarily you will end up becoming a content collector. If your aim is to become a journalist, bhar ke current affairs pad lo, read extensive of current affairs. If your aim is to become a district collector, just focus on the current affairs, which is important from UPSC point of view, and know that where I should utilize it. It is not, the current affairs session is not about how much current affairs knowledge I have. It's about where I can utilize it in order to get marks. And current affairs is kind of a cherry on the cake. Clear? It is a cherry on the cake. Understood? Any doubt over here? All clear, all clear. Is it fine? Any doubt? Clear, right? Yeah. Okay, fine. So these are the kind of current affairs which these are the 8 topics of current affairs which we'll be taking up in detail today, and we'll link it with the syllabus and then take it up first. And see here, in your examination, majority of your current affairs are something like this. The questions are current affairs inspired static part. They'll not ask direct current affairs question. Majority of your questions, say in prelims, are current affairs inspired static portions. Clear? So don't think that I'll get you'll get a lot of direct questions from current affairs. Understood? Yeah. So first one, we'll take a bomb cyclone. So what is this bomb cyclone? You would have seen in news during the Christmas and New Year time. So these are the kind of pictures you should have seen in your Twitter and all other social medias and YouTube, etc., etc. So these are the kind of pictures. Okay, this is the result or say outcome of bomb cyclone that occurred somewhere over in this part of United States. This is here USA or say North America, both in Canada as well as in USA. You had this kind of bomb cyclone. So what is bomb cyclone? Yeah, someone is telling Elliot. Okay, so yeah, 1 second, Surabhi. Elliot. Okay, that is Storm Elliot. See, okay, this bomb cyclone was a part of Storm Elliot. Storm Elliot is a current affairs part. UPSC is not going to ask what Storm Elliot is. So what they'll ask is majority of your UPSC question is on the basis of current affairs inspired static portion. Please focus on the static portion. It is kind of make or break thing is your static portions. Clear? Yeah, so before understanding what is a bomb cyclone, we need to see the basics of cyclone. Okay, so bomb cyclone is nothing but one kind of cyclone. We call it as a bomb cyclone. So we should see the basics of cyclone. So there's something called as cyclogenesis. What is this cyclogenesis? So I think geography you guys would have finished, right? Cyclone. Video is not proper, guys. Video, any issues with the video? All clear? All clear, right? No issues. Okay, no issues here. Okay, fine. Okay, so what is cyclogenesis? See, cyclogenesis means, so basically you would have seen this one, right? This circle, okay, the cyclone, the circulation in the cyclone, we call it as cyclogenesis. Clear? Cyclogenesis means the circulation in the cyclone, we call it as cyclogenesis. So how this circulation happens, in broad terms you can consider that this kind of circulation in the cyclone, we call it as cyclogenesis. So how this circulation occurs? See how this circulation occurs. Now consider, whenever you have a cold air mass, this is cold air mass and this is warm air mass. Whenever a cold air mass and warm air mass comes exactly in front of each other, what happens? This cold air mass, the tendency, we know that cold air has weight. Okay, it has more weight. So as a reason, the cold air mass will try to sink in under the warm air mass and it will try to push the warm air mass. So what happens? The cold air mass will wedge in. The actual word is wedge in. Okay, it will wedge into the warm sector. So this is your cold sector. This is your cold sector. And this is your warm sector. Wherever you have warm air mass, we call it as warm sector. Wherever you have cold air mass, we call it as cold sector. Cold sector means cold area. So this is your region having cold air mass, I call it as cold sector, and the region having warm air mass, I call it as warm sector. So we know that the cold air mass has a lot of weight and it is dense. So as a reason, what will happen? It will wedge inside the warm sector. This cold air mass will enter into the warm sector. So what will happen? When this cold air mass enters into the warm sector, this warm air will start to rise. This cold air mass will go like this. This is cold air mass. This warm air mass will move like this. Understood? So cold air mass enters into the warm sector and warm air mass will go above the cold sector. So this is how you get this circulation. Cold air mass enters into the warm sector and warm air mass moves over the cold sector. So as a reason, you get this circulation. Clear? Understood? Got it? So this circulation we call it as cyclogenesis. Any doubt over here? This is the basics you would have studied in your cyclone chapter. Understood? This is the basic thing. And now we know that. Okay, Leela, once again, see here on the. Please, everyone focus over here. That is, whenever we have cold air mass, this is your cold air mass and this is your warm air mass. The region which has cold air mass, I call it as cold sector. The region that has warm air mass, I call it as warm sector. Say for example, so here I have cold area. This means this region, this is cold sector. This region is a warm area. This means warm sector. Clear? So this is the basic idea. So what happens? Cold air mass is always dense. The weight is very high. So as a reason, what will happen? Cold air mass, assume that this is the cold air mass, this is warm air mass. This cold air mass, since the density is very high, this cold air mass will go under the warm air mass and it will push the warm air mass upwards. This cold air mass will go under the warm air mass and it will push the warm air mass upwards. So it's something like this. This cold air mass will wedge inside the this cold air mass will wedge inside the warm air mass and the warm air mass will start to rise up. So it is something like this. Cold air mass will go like this and warm air mass will, so cold air mass will enter into the warm sector. Understood? And the warm air mass will go above the cold sector. So what is happening? There's a circular motion that is occurring. This circular motion, I call it as cyclonic circulation. I call it as cyclogenesis. The starting of this circular motion, I call it as circular genesis. Clear? So we know that whenever there's a circular genesis, how the circular genesis happens? The cold air mass entering under the warm air mass and pushing the warm air mass upwards. Clear? So whenever again you would have studied in your geography, whenever I push any air mass upwards, that air mass will lead to rainfall. Because why? When the air moves upwards, it condenses, becomes cool, and then since it becomes cool and gets condensed, there is a rainfall or say precipitation, any kind of precipitation. If it is in say extreme winter period, I will have snowfall. If it is in summer season, I'll have say rainfall. Understood? So low pressure is created whenever a cold air mass enters below the warm air mass and pushes the warm air mass upwards. A low pressure is created. So how low pressure is created? Say for example, let us consider this is 100 kg of air. Say hypothetically speaking, this is 100 kg of air, and what I do is after this 100 kg, now there is, so this is case 1. So say today at 6 o'clock, this was a 100 kg of air mass on over this table. So what I do is, so at say at 7 o'clock, 2 kg of air mass rose upwards. 2 kg of air mass started moving upwards. So what is the amount of weight that is? Yeah, this is 98 kg. So earlier there was 100 kg of, see, basically I'm explaining how low pressure is created. Earlier there was 100 kg of air mass on this table. Now the 2 kg air mass rose upwards. Okay, the 2 kg of air mass started ascending in the sense started moving upwards. Now what is the weight on this table? On this, the weight on this table is nothing but 98 kg. So what is the earlier 100 kg pressure was there, now 98 kg pressure is there. So what will happen whenever the air rises up? Whenever the air rises up, I will have a rainfall. Clear? So assume that again this is for your explanation in order to understand what bomb cyclone is. So earlier there was 100 kg, now I have 98 kg because 2 kg of air mass started rising up. So what is the decline in the pressure? The decline in the pressure is 2 units. Can we consider it to be 2 units? Hypothetically, we can consider 2 units because 2 kg of air started moving upwards. So let us consider that if 2 kg of air starts moving upwards, there is 2 liter of rainfall. If 2 kg of air starts moving upwards, there is 2 liter of rainfall. Again, we will consider, this is for again your explanation. Let us consider that whenever this 2 kg of air starts moving, I'll have 2 liter of rainfall. Clear? So now let us consider next case. In next case, Assume that earlier there was 98 kg. Now assume that, so say let us consider 6 kg of air mass started moving upwards. Earlier it was 100 kg. Now it is 94 kg. So what is the pressure decrease? So in this is case 1. This is case 1. Let us consider this to be case 2. So in case 1, what happened? Only 2 kg of air started moving upwards. So what happened? The low pressure created was just 2 units. If 2 kg of air starts moving upwards, I'll have only 2 liter of rainfall. This is in case 2, 6 kg of air started moving upwards. What is the low pressure that is created? 6 units of low pressure that is created. So if 6 kg of air starts moving upwards, what will happen? I'll have 6 liter of rainfall. Understood? So what it means, the amount of low pressure that is created, if the low pressure is greater, I will have greater amount of rainfall. In case 1, only 2 kg of air started rising upwards, so I'll have just 2 liters of rainfall. In case 2, I'll have 6 kg of air that is that starts moving upwards, I'll have 6 liter of rainfall. If 2 kg of air starts rising, I'll have say 2 units of low pressure is created. In 6 kg of air, when it starts rising, I'll consider 6 units of air, 6 units of low pressure is created. Understood? Got it? Any doubt over here till here? So the basic crux is, if more amount of air rises up, I will have more rainfall. That is the basic crux. Understood? So if 2 kg of air rises up, I'll have 2 liter of water. If 6 kg of air rises up, I'll have 6 liter of water. Understood? 6 liter of rainfall or snowfall, anything. Clear? Understood? So this is the basic idea regarding how low pressure creates your rainfall. Now let us consider what bomb cyclone is. Bomb cyclone kuch hi-fi nahi hai. So basically it is all simple. Bomb cyclone means, if earlier what did you see? In the case 1, there was 100 kg of rainfall, 100 kg of air. So in case, if 6 kg of air rises up, so 94 kg will be there. So I'll have 6 liter of rainfall. So bomb cyclone means, if there's intense low pressure created, if the low pressure is created intensely in such a manner that the low pressure should be more than 24 millibars per 24 hours. This is a huge amount of low pressure. How low pressure is created? When the air mass moves upwards, low pressure is created. We have seen earlier that if 2 kg of air rises up, I'll have 2 units of low pressure created. 2 units of low pressure created. If 6 kg of air mass rises up, I'll have say 6 units of low pressure created. So as the units of low pressure increases, the rainfall will increase. If it is a 2 kg of air that rises up, 2 liter of rainfall. If 6 kg of air rises up, I'll have 6 liters of rainfall. So bomb cyclone means, when the intensity of low pressure is very high, that is quickly the low pressure is created within 24 hours. It means that huge amount of air starts rising upwards, causing huge rainfall. That is your bomb cyclone. Understood? Clear? What is bomb cyclone? Basically, bomb cyclone means when huge amount of air mass rises up in such a way that the low pressure created is 24 millibars in 24 hours. This is a huge number, very huge number. So all of a sudden, a huge amount of air mass starts rising upwards. So if huge amount of air mass starts rising upwards, I'll have huge rainfall. Say for your example, say if 2 kg of air mass rises up, I'll have 2 liters of rainfall. If 6 kg of air mass rises up, I'll have 6 liters of rainfall. If 24 kg of air mass rises up, I'll have 24 liters of rainfall, or say snowfall, anything. So as a reason, I'll have dense snowfall or dense rainfall. Understood? Clear? Yeah, so this is your basics of a bomb cyclone. Understood? Clear? So bomb cyclone is nothing but rapid intensification of low pressure. rapid intensification of low pressure in such a way that 24 the pressure is decreased by 24 millibars in 24 hours. So this condition we call it as, this condition we call it as bomb cyclone. Now let us come to the news. Okay, so what is the news? Okay, the news is, I hope everyone understood what bomb cyclone is. Here UPSC may know. So bomb cyclone can be asked in your GS1 mains GS1 questions, or it can be asked in your geography, that is prelims geography. So please go through bomb cyclone, because sometimes if you take this year also, they had asked very trivial questions, something like this, 2022 also. I'm talking about GS1 mains. So bomb cyclone, know about this one. Any doubt in bomb cyclone? Okay, clear. So this is your bomb cyclone. Again, now coming to the current affairs. So there is something called as a storm Elliott. So what is this storm Elliott? This is a normal storm that was crossing the United States. Okay, it started from here, that is near Rockies Mountain, and this storm was moving towards the New York. This was a normal storm, and this storm was it was named as storm Elliott. Don't try to memorize the word, that is memorize the name, that is storm Elliott. So every year different storms are named differently. So this year this storm was named as storm Elliott. This storm was moving from this part towards the New York region. Okay, that is this region, eastern part of United States. So what happened when, so this is your America, so this is this part. So what happened was, when this storm Elliott was moving near this New York region, or the eastern part, or near this Great Lake region, we call this as Great Lake region. What happened was, when the storm was near the Great Lake region, there was a polar vortex. Okay, first I'll tell you what polar vortex is. So now consider in this image. So there is one cold wind, extremely cold wind over the Arctic Circle. If this is the globe, above the Arctic Circle, there is this cold wind, and this cold wind is trapped in the Arctic Circle only because there is one jet stream that is moving. A very fast moving wind is encircling this cold wind. Understood? So as a reason, what happened, this cold wind gets confined only in the top, that is only in the Arctic Circle. Now when the jet stream starts meandering, like this cold wind also comes to the southern part. So earlier the cold wind was only trapped in the northern hemisphere only in the Arctic Circle. Now since the jet stream started meandering, so what happens, this cold wind also will come like this, will come to the southern part. So earlier the cold wind was only encircled in this region. Since the jet stream started moving like this, meandering, this cold wind also entered into this region. That is, the cold wind started interacting with the storm Elliott. The cold wind, what happens, we have seen that cold wind, it is the cold wind that is going to wedge the warm air mass. Cold wind will wedge the warm air mass and push the warm air mass upwards. When now the cold wind, now this Arctic cold wind, which is very severe cold wind, since it's very severe cold wind, it can push the warm air mass in a much higher speed. So as a reason, what happens, the low pressure further increases. Since we have seen that whenever the air masses rises up, if 2 kg of air mass rises up, I'll have 2 liters of water. If say 4 kg of air mass rises up, I'll have 4 liters of rainfall or snow, anything like that. So now what happens, since this, because this polar Arctic, okay, this cold wind came and enforced or strengthened the storm Elliott, the cold winds pushed the warm air mass in a much stronger way. So as a reason, what happened, more warm wind started rising up. Since the more warm wind started rising up, I'll have more rainfall, and that led to bomb cyclone. Clear? Understood? Clear? This is the context behind bomb cyclone. Any doubt over here? Clear, right? Yeah, okay, chalo. Fine. Guys, from UPSC point of view, please, bomb cyclone a bit important. Matlab, if you see the trend, especially in your GS1, okay, there are some trivial questions they're asking. So, bomb cyclone. Ayush, why the air mass leads to rainfall, raised air mass? See here, that's whenever the air mass rises up, it becomes cool. When you go to Himalayas, you'll feel that cool temperature, right? Because when the air mass rises up, it becomes cool. When it further becomes cool, it starts condensing. See what happens in a freezer? The air mass, the air or anything starts condensing. Since it becomes cool, it starts condensing, and then it leads to formation of snow or formation of rainfall, etc. So then that's how it is. Clear? Yeah. This is your bomb cyclone, and please try to answer this. Now, share both 1 and 2. No, yeah, both 1 and 2. See, bomb cyclone means the rainfall. Yeah, excellent. Okay, fine, good. Majority of 1, absolutely right. See, okay, see, bomb cyclone basically means that the intensity of low pressure is very high. Simply, the intensity of low pressure creation is very high. That is 24 millibars in 24 hours. This is a creation of intensity of low pressure is very high. That is low pressure gets created in a quick time. That is intense low pressure is created in a quick time. That is your bomb cyclone. When the air rises up, so what will happen? It can either fall as a rainfall or it can fall as a snowfall. It doesn't only mean that snowfall. Bomb cyclone doesn't only mean that snowfall. Bomb cyclone basically means the amount of air rising up when the intensity of low pressure created is 24 millibars per 24 hours. We call it as a bomb cyclone. Clear? Yeah. Okay, fine. Next, coming to remote voting machine. Okay, see here, remote voting machine. So this one, please, you have to use it in your GS2 answers. GS2 mains GS2. So here in mains GS2, there are only questions something like electoral reforms. Multiple times they have asked question on this topic. For this topic, electoral reforms, this will act as a fodder point. No one is going to ask you what is this remote voting machine. No one is going to ask you. Even in your prelims, the chances are extremely less, or probably they will not even ask, because this is in a prototype. So in the electoral reforms, or if the question is on what election commission should do, or say what are the modifications that needs to be done in your RPA Act. So then in these topics, one point can be remote voting machine. Clear? Okay, understood. So this is how you have to read it. Don't unnecessarily, don't think that I have to collect a lot of content. You collect content. Before that, know where it has to be used. If you don't know where it can be used, no point in collecting content. Clear? So remote voting machine, understood. So before taking up remote voting machine, so we'll have to see the basic idea. Okay, that is the basic concept regarding RPA Representation of People's Act. Yeah, it's a part of your syllabus, guys. It's a part of your syllabus. GS2 ka syllabus. Memorize kar lo. Every alternate year you'll have this RPA question. 2022 you had a question. 23 probably chances are very less. So 24 chances will be very high. So yeah, please analyze the previous year UPSC questions. You will get to know what the topics they are asking, or what kind of questions they'll ask. The question, your agenda is UPSC, and there you have to score marks. It is not that how much knowledge you get it. So you have to score marks. In order to score marks, these are the kind of points you want to write it. Clear? Yeah. So what is this? Okay, remote voting machine. Before taking up remote voting machine, first we'll see. Yeah, before taking up, yeah. So first we'll see. See, India, in India, we got this democracy. Democracy is all about multiple aspects are there, but one aspect of democracy is right to vote. That is nothing but universal adult franchise. Yeah. So one important aspect of democracy is universal adult franchise. So universal adult franchise. So what is universal adult franchise? Yeah, what is this universal adult franchise? It's nothing but right to vote. That is, every adult should have the right to vote. Right to vote, and also it means that one person, one note. One person, one note. See, when our founding fathers struggled for our independence, our founding fathers envisioned that in India we should have this universal adult franchise. That is, everyone should have right to vote. That is, every adult. Okay, earlier it was 21, now it is 18. So universal adult franchise means every adult who is above 18 should have right to vote, and one person, one note. That was the philosophy which our founding fathers envisioned. Okay, and this concept was introduced in our constitution. It was made as a mandatory part under Article 326. Under Article 326, the Constitution guarantees, that is, there's a constitutional guarantee that every adult should have right to vote, and everyone should exercise their right to vote. This is a constitutional guarantee. Clear? So this was the aim. And also your election commission was also created under the constitution. The goal of election commission is no voter should be left out. The goal of election commission is no voter should be left out. Should be left out. No voter should be left out. Clear? This is the goal of your election commission, and this was the idea, this was the vision of our founding fathers. That is, every adult should have their right to vote. But what happened? How many of you have voted either in your Lok Sabha or your state legislature? Okay, how many you have? Okay, very few. Okay, ठीक है, that's okay. Okay, good. Yeah. Okay, fine. So this is the concept. Okay, this was the idea that was given by our founding fathers, and even the goal of election commission is no voter should be left out. But what is happening in India? So many people would have missed voting just because they are not staying in their constituency. Say for example, my constituency is in Bangalore South. So assume that I'm staying in say Delhi. So during the election time, I may not be able to come to Bangalore South constituency and vote over there. So similarly, some other person's constituency will be say Bangalore North, and that person is working in Mumbai. So during the election, that person cannot come to Bangalore North constituency and vote. So what is happening? Are we fulfilling this idea, that is universal adult franchise, which was envisioned by our constitutional writers or say founding fathers? No. This was the idea given by our founding fathers. For this, we fought almost 200 years of freedom movement was there. But are we exercising this, or say are we implementing this Article 326 in letter and spirit? No. We just have it in letter, and in spirit, no. What happens? Many of the, in India, there are a huge number of migrants who are not located in their constituency during election. So as a reason, what will happen? Even though there is universal adult franchise, that is, you have your constitutional right, but we are not exercising it. So as a reason, what is happening? This article is not getting implemented in letter and spirit. So in order to overcome this, your election commission rolled out something like this, that is remote voting mechanism, okay, remote voting machine. So this is a basic crux or the idea about this one. Clear? So constitution, okay, election commission, okay, is ready with this remote voting machine. So what this is, again, it was in news. And why do we need remote voting machine? So the main reason is, in India, the latest available data, that is, yeah, the latest available data regarding migrants is in 2021, so to 2011. So according to the 2011 data, nearly 45 crore, or say 45 crore people are the migrants. That is, they are not located in their home constituency. Nearly 45 crore. That amounts to somewhere around 35-40% of Indians are not located in our own home constituency. So what happens during the election? Majority of this 45 crore people will not be able to vote in their home constituency. So as a reason, what will happen? We are not implementing the Article 326, that is universal adult franchise, in letter and spirit. So in order to overcome this, so government, okay, that is the election commission, sorry, no, not the government, that is the election commission, rolled out a new concept called as remote voting machine. Remote voting machine, it's something like your EVM only, like how you would have seen your EVM, right? It is the same, on almost on the same lines, but this is something different, okay, that is remote voting machine. So what this remote voting machine, is it a something new concept? No, it's not something new concept. Basically, there are earlier many ideas were floated in order to tap these 45 crore people. These 45 crore people, it's not that the 100% of these 45 crore people will skip the voting, but majority of these 45 crore people who are migrant, they usually skip the voting. On the voting day, either what will happen, say if there's a voting day in Karnataka will have public holiday. But assume that if I am in Delhi, so Delhi will not have public holiday, so I cannot come back because my workstation will be in Delhi. So as a reason, what happens? Majority of these 45 crore people cannot, or say will not come to vote in their home constituency. In order to tap these people, multiple say avenues were found out, but the most promising one is a remote voting machine. What were the multiple alternatives? So the multiple alternatives were, one is internet voting. Say internet voting, say assume that I'm in say Mumbai, I can vote Bangalore South during the election of Bangalore South, so I can vote via using internet. This was also one idea that was pitched. And the next idea is proxy voting. So what is this proxy voting? Proxy voting is someone will go to the election booth and vote on behalf of me. Say assume that I'll ask my, say, brother to go and vote on behalf of me. If I'm not there in Bangalore South constituency, I'll ask someone else to go and vote on behalf of me. This is called as proxy voting. Next, something called as early voting. Say early voting means, say we all know that say during any festival season, or say during Christmas or New Year, so people usually go to their home. So during that kind of season, we can have an early voting mainly for the migrants. This is also one idea that was pitched up, but not the successful one. And the next one is postal ballot for migrant workers. This idea was also pitched, but it is not conducive. Why? There are multiple reasons why these ideas are not a good or the most appropriate. And why? See, internet voting, huge scams can occur in internet voting. There can be duplicate voting, etc. Multiple things can occur. But what happens in proxy voting? See, in proxy voting, see, what did our founding fathers envision? One person, one vote. Now in proxy voting, what is happening? If I delegate my brother will have two votes. So this is proxy voting. So again, it is going to compromise this one person, one vote principle. And also, voting is a very secret procedure. If I go and vote, I will not come and tell that I have voted for this person or that person. It's a secret procedure. But in proxy voting, what happens? If I delegate to my brother will come to know that this concept of secrecy gets lost. Again, early voting is not feasible. Postal ballot, again, it's a conducive work. Okay, too many loopholes are there in postal ballot. So as a reason, these ideas, though it were pitched, it was not executed properly. But now what election commission has done is they have used technologies exactly same as that of your EVM, electronic voting machine, the normal EVM you would have seen, right? On the same lines, your election commission has created something called as RVM, remote voting machine. So what is this remote voting machine? So remote voting machine is nothing but it is same like your EVM. It's exactly same like EVM. See, EVM, each one EVM is for one booth. So what is this booth? See here, one constituency will have multiple booths. Say for example, Bangalore South constituency will have numerous booths. Say hypothetically assuming that 20 booths will be there. 20 booths will be there for one constituency. Bangalore South has, I think it has more, but for your example, we'll consider 20 booth. So each booth will have one EVM. But what this remote, each booth will have one EVM, and say one booth can have say 1,000 people. 1,000 people, for 1,000 people there will be one booth. That's how it's been allocated. So now what, see, all this 1,000 people will not migrate, right? Say there will be some 10 people or 20 people, they will migrate. So the logic for a remote voting machine is, it is not that for each constituency I should have one booth, one electronic voting machine, or say for each booth I should have one EVM. So that's not possible. So of one constituency, say if the constituency is of say 10,000 members, so it's not that all these 10,000 members will migrate. There will be very few members that will migrate. Maybe maximum say somewhere around 200 people can migrate. Say another constituency, another 200 people. So as a reason, the most appropriate method for EVM is, EVM should not be considered, that is RVM, the remote voting machine. Remote voting machine should be a multi-constituency remote voting machine. It is not rational to have multiple remote voting machines for different constituency. Since the number of people are very less, I can have one remote voting machine for multiple constituency. Number of people, that is number of migrant people, are very less. I can have just one remote voting machine for multiple constituency. But whereas in regular, what happens, each booth will have say 1,000 voters or 2,000 voters. So I should have a booth specific EVM. But that is not the case with your RVM, that is remote voting machine. Since in one constituency maybe 200, 300 will only migrate. So as a reason, I will have multi-constituency remote voting machine to handle multiple constituencies from a single polling booth. Clear? So this is the idea of remote voting machine. Again guys, this is not a finalized model. Again, it is a prototype. It is not a finalized model, it is a prototype. As of now, this prototype is a multi-constituency RVM. Multi-constituency means around 72 constituencies can be managed in one RVM. Clear? Clear? Understood? So, and it is developed by BEL and Electronics Corporation of India Limited, EICL. Again, maybe in rare cases they might ask in prelims, but not that important. Okay, so okay, how this EVM works. So RVM, how this RVM works, RVM is exactly same as that of EM, though there's no major difference. I'll tell you what the difference is. So RVM is nothing but it's a standalone non-networked system, like how your EVM is a standalone non-networked system. What is standalone means? It's a complete system by itself. It doesn't require any other system support. So this is a complete system in itself. It's a stand-alone system. And non-network means it has no network connection. It is a complete system in itself. There cannot be any external networks, say like your LAN or say Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, anything. No connection at all. It is a non-networked stand-alone system. Stand-alone system means it is directly one system in itself. Clear? So that is your RVM, that is okay, standalone non-network system, same as EVM. There's no major difference. So what is the main difference is, in EVM, if you would have seen, see guys, in EVM, if you have voted, what happens, this will be a paper slip. This white color will be a paper slip, and this paper slip, they will put the name of the person, say person A, person B, person C, D, like that. And here you will have the symbol name. So symbol, this can be say something else. These are the symbols. So this is for one booth. For one constituency, there will be multiple booths. For one booth, one EVM will look like this. So all the candidates in that constituency's name will be put up here. It is a printed sheet that will be pasted on the EVM. And if you're interested in A, you can press A, B, C, D, or anything like that. So this is your EVM. But what happens in RVM is, RVM, this is for one constituency. I can easily put one printed paper. I can press it over there. But RVM is for 72 constituencies. So since it is 72 constituencies, I should have a digital board here. This is a digital screen. Say like your iPad or something like that. It's a digital screen. So if in the RVM, say what happens, if this is RVM, if I go and say that I am from Bangalore South constituency, they will key in Bangalore South constituency, and all the candidates' name of Bangalore South constituency will be visible over here. I have to press the number. And next person will be from Bangalore North constituency. He will come and tell, I am from Bangalore North constituency. So then they will key in the Bangalore North constituency code. So the digital board will change. It's like how your mobile phone changes a screen. Okay, it changes a screen, and it will highlight the candidates from Bangalore North constituency. So this is how the prototype of RVM works. Clear? Understood? Yeah. Clear. Yeah. Again, it's a single remote ballot unit will be available. So basically, it's a dynamic ballot display. That is, this ballot display is dynamic, means it keeps on changing. For a regular EVM, the constituency is fixed, the candidates are fixed. So what happens? I can use just one paper. I can print one paper and stick it there. Since this RVM will be handling 72 constituencies, it should be dynamic. It should keep on changing with respect to the voters. If a voter comes from, say, Bangalore South constituency, he or she has to change it to Bangalore South. If he or she is from Bangalore North, it has to get changed to the Bangalore North. So this is the basic idea of your RVM. Understood? Yeah. So next one is voting procedure. It's same. It's no complex over here. Voting procedure. Basically, these RVMs will be placed in a remote location. Again, it's all in the prototype. It is not yet finalized. As of now, Election Commission is telling that we will place this RVM in some remote location, or the location which has more number of migrants. So we'll keep it there. Say, assuming that, say, Bihar. So we know that a lot of migrants from Bihar go to Kolkata. A lot of migrants from Bihar go to Kolkata for employment. So what happens? Assume that, say, Jan 1st was your hypothetical, assuming Jan 1st was your election in Bihar. So we know that in Kolkata there will be one area which will have a lot of Bihar migrants who are working over there. So what Election Commission will do is they will place this RVM in this region for a day, where all the Bihar migrants can go there and vote in that place. So this is the idea. Again, it is a prototype. This is not yet finalized. How we are going to implement it is not yet finalized. This is a proposal for electoral reforms. What is the challenge? Again, please focus here. It is not finalized, guys. No one knows whether like this it will happen or not. This is the proposed idea. So this is a process for electoral reforms. The issue is around 45 crore Indians are migrants. So of this 45 crore, majority of them will not go to their home constituency to vote. I need to tap this vote. For this, there should be some electoral reforms. That is, electoral reforms in the way how election is conducted. So this is one method. This is still in the prototype. Election Commission has asked the opinion of the opinion of all the political parties to give their opinion on this RVM. Should we implement it or should we not implement it? So it is not yet finalized, but please focus here. This is the most important thing. You should use it in your answers, saying that if the question is on electoral reforms, you should say that we can roll out EVM to attract, so to ensure universal adult franchise, or so RVM is important in order to realize Article 326. Again, in your GS2R, flaunt these kind of words. Okay, that is Article 326. Tried it, it gives a very good result. Number, your marks gets increased to say over 95, 100, 105 and all. So try to use these kind of articles in order to realize, in order to implement Article 326 in letter and spirit. We need RVM. Okay, so these are the kinds of words or say statements which you can put it in your mains answers. But what are the benefits of RVM? So simple. The first is I can realize Article 326. Article 326 is all about universal adult franchise. So I can easily realize this. Next one, ensure enfranchisement. So virtually many people, because of this migration, virtually many people have been disenfranchised. See, if I am from Bangalore, if I have to work in Mumbai, even though my vote is there in Bangalore constituency, due to my work I cannot go there. So I'm virtually disenfranchised. Even though Constitution has given me the rights, I cannot exercise my rights. So as a reason, I'm virtually disenfranchised. So with this RVM, so it will ensure enfranchisement, which was envisioned by your founding fathers. And again, Election Commission has a goal, that is no voter should be left behind. So RVM will fulfill the this thing, that is their goal, that is no voter should be left behind. So what are the issues? Everything is good in RVM. RVM is a remote voting machine. What are the issues in RVM? There are multiple issues here. The first one is the migrants are not uniform. Migrations are not uniform. Say for example, we have taken the example from Bihar. Okay, that is Bihar, they go to Kolkata. So migrants from Bihar, they go to Kolkata. If this is Kolkata, maybe for few years they will be in this region, and next few years if there's a huge work employment opportunity over here, these migrants will shift over here. Say another few years, if there's a huge employment opportunity over here, these migrants will shift over here. So migrants are not uniform. I cannot go and say identify the migrants flow are not uniform. So this year if there is a huge rainfall or lack of rainfall, what will happen? So lack of rainfall in Bihar, what will happen? There is no agricultural activities, more migration. More rainfall, less migration. So migration is not uniform. So this is one challenge. In order to have this remote voting machine is targeting the migrants. So these migrants only are not uniform. That is one issue. And next one is definition of migrants. Whom should I call a migrant? If I go to Delhi, work there for 2-3 days, will I be a migrant? And assume that, so Jan 1st there was election in Bangalore. I voted here, and say again there might be one another remote voting machine for Bangalore in Delhi. So I can go there and vote. I can stay in Delhi for 2-3 days and vote there. There can be many loopholes in this one. So the definition of election, the definition of migrants are not properly defined. Who is a migrant? We don't know. If the definition is not comprehensive, it will lead to a lot of duplicate voting. So that can happen. And next one is technology. This RVM technology, remote voting machine, we have seen that there are many doubts that have been raised on electronic voting machine only. Even the super developed country, even your United States, UK, all the super developed country, they are not depending on this EVM. Technology, electronics, anything can be manipulated. So since RVM is also one electronic gadget, this can also be manipulated. Again, this is one challenge. Again, election campaigning, it is going to affect the election campaigning. See, for example, from Bihar, people go to Kolkata for work, migration. Majority, say some section of Bihar will go to Kolkata for migration. if election campaign, it's going to impact the election campaign. In Bihar, if the party is very rich, if the political party is very rich, they can go on campaign in Kolkata also. If the political party is poor, say the regional parties, they don't have much amount of money or say enough strength to go on campaign in Kolkata, go on campaign in Bangalore, go on campaign in Mumbai, etc. So as a reason, what will happen? It is going to impact the political parties, mainly the regional parties, because regional parties don't have enough money, so they cannot go on. See, from Bihar, people will go to Kolkata, people will come to Bangalore, people will go to Mumbai. If it's a region, if it's a political party which is very powerful and very rich, these political parties can campaign in all the cities where Bihar, all these people from Bihar are there. But whereas if it's a regional party or any party which is poor, they cannot do it. So it's going to impact the election campaign also. Next one is MCC, Model Code of Conduct. Again, Model Code of Conduct. If there is an election in Bihar, and if there is an election in Bihar and they are going to take this remote voting machine in Kolkata, should we implement MCC in Kolkata? Again, it's a doubt. Why should the people of Kolkata get suffered because of there's an election in Bihar? Again, if there's a model code of conduct, all the governance, all the new schemes will not be launched. So if there's a remote voting machine for Bihar's election in Kolkata, should we implement model code of conduct in Kolkata or not? Again, it's a challenge. So no concrete outcome has come. Next, and the major reason, major challenge is we don't have data regarding migrants properly. We don't know the stream of migration. We don't know what is the outcome, say that is out migration from different regions. So we have no idea. Understood? Clear? So these are some of the these are some of the challenges regarding RVM, remote voting machine. Clear? Got it? Again, here, again, these are the challenges. Please know that you have to repeat. Shajan, what is MCC? Yeah, MCC, Model Code of Conduct. You'll read in detail in your polity, that is paper 2. Model Code of Conduct means whenever election is rolled out, launched, okay, whenever, say, assume that tomorrow, say tomorrow 4th 1/23. Say tomorrow election commission says that on 5th 1/23 there is going to be election in Bangalore, so there is going to be model code of conduct. That is how the political parties should conduct themselves. Model code of conduct, how political parties should conduct themselves. They should not give liquors, they should not spend extensively, or say all this corrupt activities should be banned, everything. So during this period, whatever the guidance that is put on the political party, we call it as model code of conduct. Clear? Yeah. So again, please know this, guys. You have to use this one in your paper 2 electoral reforms. Question is on electoral reforms. You should know how to flaunt this one. That is RVM. Okay, need of the hour. What is the need of the hour? That is way ahead. We need to have a proper political consensus on RVM. If we don't have a political consensus, some political party will tell that RVM is flawed mechanism. If a big political party says that RVM is flawed mechanism, majority of the public will believe that political party, and the credibility of election commission will come down. So first I have to take, election commission should take consensus from the political parties, and they should also listen, Achha, what are their issues, first addressing that, then they have to roll out this RVM. And next one is, I should have, that is election commission should have adequate data on migration. If they don't have this adequate data on migration, where will they go and install this RVM? So if they don't have adequate data, then where will they go and install this RVM? So these are some of the things that they have to look after it. Clear? Yeah. So next one is brain eating amoeba. It is purely prelims point of view. Guys, Yasmina, don't try to become a doctor. Not at all required. Yeah, don't overcomplicate the preparation. Yeah, prelims में ना very rarely you get these kind of questions, and One more thing, prelims, just know this fact. There are majority of your prelims question is something like this. So at least 50 questions are easy questions. Easy matlab pure static question, fundamental rights, Gandhiji, cyclones. At least minimum 50 questions will be from easy. Say somewhere around 30 questions, or say maximum 30 or 35 questions will be from your moderate difficult. Moderate also manageable, yeah. Moderate, it's easily manageable. Somewhere around 15 to 20 questions are difficult. So this is easy, this is moderate, this is easy. What majority of the aspirants in their first attempt they do na, including me, what we do na, we focus on this nonsense difficult question, whereas the cutoff was somewhere around 50 or 60. Cutoff will not go beyond 50 or 60. Had I focused only on my easy part and a bit about moderate, I could easily clear prelims. Don't try to prelims when you need not get 200 on 200. There are certain questions that are meant to be left, chhod do. You ensure that you are very strong in your basics, that is polity, economics, modern history, environment. Every year 17-18 questions come every year. So be strong in these aspects. Okay, so difficult questions, why run behind a difficult question when you can easily clear the exam by easy and moderate question only? So don't try to run behind a difficult question. Okay, so don't overcomplicate the preparation. That's what I want to tell you. So here, this brain eating amoeba, don't try to do a research or PhD or write a thesis on this brain eating amoeba. आएगा तो एक question. Okay, even that you can easily eliminate the option, or say have a basic idea on brain eating amoeba. That's more than sufficient. And also the question will be very rare, man. Okay, so do not try to or do a PhD in any of these topics. Have a basic idea. For purely prelims point of view, have just one line notes. This one line notes is more than sufficient. No one is going to ask this question in your mains. Nahi aayega. Even if it comes in the prelims, the answer will be in the question itself. So just by, if you just make one line notes, kafi hai. In the exam hall, you just before the exam, if you revise all these kinds of one line notes in the exam hall, that will click, man. Okay, so it's not that you have to memorize all these things. Have a basic idea. Don't overcomplicate the preparation. Agar itna hi padna hai na, matlab if you have to read so much now, work hard in your essay ethics option. That's where you create major difference. Okay, so we'll take him this brain eating amoeba. So purely from prelims point of view. Don't overcomplicate that. So what is this brain eating amoeba? So brain eating amoeba is nothing but, yeah. So brain eating amoeba, okay, this is called as, okay, Naegleria fowleri. So Naegleria fowleri is a brain eating amoeba. So we know that the basics of amoeba is, so amoeba is a cell or a unicellular organism which can modify its shape. Amoeba is a unicellular organism which can modify its shape, and one kind of amoeba is this brain eating amoeba. Clear? So what is this brain eating amoeba? This amoeba is called as Naegleria fowleri. मतलब even if you don't remember this Naegleria fowleri, ठीक है यार, मतलब have a basic idea, just write it down. Don't try to memorize it. It's very volatile. Okay, I don't want to tell you that ये भी पढ़ लो वो भी पढ़ लो भाई. अगर if I cannot remember, how can you guys remember? Think over it. If I ask you to memorize next 2 weeks, can you memorize this? Your exam is on May 28th, right? Can you remember this? These are very volatile. Just make one line notes. काफी है. In your April, May, just flip through it. That's more than sufficient. Clear? Don't overcomplicate it. Clear? Yeah. So this is, so brain eating amoeba. So these amoebas, they thrive in warm waters. So they thrive in warm waters. So how what this amoeba does? So basically these amoebas will infect the human brains. So how it is going to infect the human brains? So what happens is when these amoebas that are there in the water, it enters into your nose, and from your nose it directly enters to your brain. This is the only way how this brain eating amoeba enters your brain. So when this amoeba enters your brain, it is going to damage your brain tissues, and it is going to cause a disease called as a primary amoebic meningoencephalitis. So this is the disease that is it's going to cause. But have a basic idea that brain eating amoeba now enters via nose, and it's going to infect the human. So, and this brain eating amoeba thrives in the warm water. This is what you have to think. Okay, warm fresh water. So the thing is, now why is the issue is the recently there was one case in South Korea where a person got infected by this brain eating amoeba, and some scientists link that the brain eating amoeba is mainly due to climate change. So we know that the brain-eating amoeba thrives in this warm, fresh water. Due to climate change, the temperature of the water keeps increasing. As a reason, it becomes a conducive environment for this brain-eating amoeba to grow. So that's what is that's what has been told over here. Clear? Understood? Yeah. Again, global warming. Again, whenever the temperature increases, it is going to increase the survival rate of the organism. And again here, so excessive carbon dioxide, matlab it again creates a conducive environment for the brain eating amoeba. Clear. Understood? Got it? Yeah. Any doubt over here? Again, guys, it's purely from prelims point of view. Do not try to memorize each and everything over here. Don't unnecessarily overcomplicate the preparation. Yeah. What's the answer? B. Yeah, it is not. Amoeba is not a multicellular. It is a unicellular. Yeah, good. Fine. So next one, we'll take up NFSA and PM Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana. Again, it is quite important because NFSA is important. NFSA is very important from prelims point of view. Multiple questions have been asked regarding NFSA. See, NFSA, PDS, all this, anything regarding NFSA, multiple questions have been asked. If you want, just take up the previous year questions PDF and just have control F NFSA. Numerous questions would have come regarding NFSA, PDS, all any regarding NFSA. Every year there's at least one question, so it's quite important over here. So please focus on this one. So recently, what is the news recently? There's something called as a Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana. This was terminated, and again, so government modified a few rules in your National Food Security Act. NFSA's National Food Security Act. PMGKAY is Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana. So this is the thing. So before taking up this concept, first we'll see what NFSA is all about. National Food Security Act. This act was rolled out in 2013. It ensures right to food. So basically, under this act, at 67% of the population, please focus here. This is quite important. Prelims, a lot of question comes in prelims. So under this act, so at least 67% of Indians are eligible for food grains. That is, it is their right for for procurement of food grains under 3 to 1. That is 3 rupees for rice, 2 rupees for wheat, and 1 rupee for any coarse grains. So this is the right. That is 67% of the population. So 67% means 75% of rural area, and 50% of urban area, rural area and urban area. So these people are eligible to get food under NFSA at the rate of 3 rupees, 2 rupees, and 1 rupees. This is the basic crux of your National Food Security Act. So here the beneficiaries, 67% of the population are the beneficiaries. However, the beneficiaries are divided into two, that is Antyodaya Anna Yojana and priority households. Under this Antyodaya Anna Yojana, the families who belong to this Antyodaya Anna Yojana, they get 35 kg of grains per family per month. Clear? Under priority household, 5 kg of grains per person per month. Clear? So there are two segments under National Food Security Act. So basically the National Food Security Act ensures right to food for 67% of India's population. Of the 67% of India's population, people are divided into two categories, that is Antyodaya Anna Yojana. So these are the poorest of the poor. This poorest of the poor, they get 35 kg of grains irrespective of their family size, that is per month. And this priority household gets 5 kg, and this priority household, again these people also lie under BPL only. So these people get 5 kg per person per month. This is the basics of your National Food Security Act. And there are other benefits also under National Food Security Act. The National Food Security Act ensures that a nutritious meal is given to the pregnant woman or the lactating mother. So usually these nutritious meals are given in your Anganwadi centers. Say if there is one Anganwadi center for this area, people who are pregnant and the mothers who are lactating, they can go to this Anganwadi center in order to have this nutritious meal. Again, the same thing, nutritious meal are provided to the children under the age of 14. If this is one Anganwadi, usually it happens in Anganwadi centers. So in Anganwadi centers, they give the nutritious meal to pregnant women, they give nutritious meal to lactating mothers. At the same time, they give nutritious meal to the children who are at the age less than 14. So this is also part of your National Food Security Act. And again, so there is a proper framework, that is grievance redressal mechanism. Grievance redressal mechanism is properly there for your National Food Security Act. These are some of the these are some of the other benefits, but the main benefits is this one, that is giving food grains, ensuring right to food for the poor. Okay, that is 67% of our population. This is the crux of our National Food Security Act. So this was rolled out in 2013. So the main aim is removing the poverty. Since many people are under the BPL, so they cannot afford food grains. So in order to ensure that, this act was rolled out. Now what happened in 2020, there was a COVID. Because of COVID, many people lost jobs. They had to go back from their working place to their hometown. So what happened? So as a reason, there was huge poverty and there was a huge hunger crisis. So there are many data saying that nearly 75 million people were pushed below poverty. Since they pushed below poverty, they will not have, say, I will not have money to buy the food grains. So what I'll do is, so what government did was, they rolled out something called as Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana. So this was initially rolled out in April, and this was for 3 months. This was only for 3 months, that is April, May, and June 2020. This was only for 3 months. Initially, when you would have, say, I think lockdown was in March, I think end of March 2020. So what government told was, from April, May, June, these 3 months, we will give food grains, free food grains, that is 5 kg per person. 5 kg per person for the for the people who are a beneficiary of NFSA, National Food Security Act. And it's also called as, this scheme is also called as free ration scheme, or say free food grain scheme. So under this act, so under the scheme, Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana, so 5 kg of rice, 5 kg of grains were given to the already beneficiaries of NFSA. See, already beneficiary means, so earlier these people, that is the priority household, were getting 5 kg per person per month. Now they'll get an additional 5 kg which is free of cost. Antodaya Anna Yojana, the members of this Antodaya Anna Yojana, earlier they were getting 35 kg, now they'll get an additional 5 kg free from under this program, that is Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana. That was the concept. Why? Because many people lost their jobs, they cannot afford enough money to buy food grains, so the government decided that we'll give 5 kg free food grains who were already a beneficiary of National Food Security Act. Clear? So, and it is estimated that for 3 months, in order to run 3 months of this PMG, Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana, for 3 months government has to pay 45,000 crore rupees. They have to spend 45,000 crore in order to give 5 kg free rice for the already beneficiary of NFSA. So what government was doing was, every time they were, so initially it was only for 3 months, that is from April, May, June 2020, only for 3 months. Since we know that COVID lasted for almost 1.5 years or 2 years, so government kept on extending this Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana for 3 months, every time they were renewing it. So they had almost renewed 7 times, and the latest renewal was for this one, that is October, November, December 2022. So from it was started in April 2020. From April 22 here till December 2022, the government kept on extending. So for each 3 months, government was spending somewhere around 45,000 crores. 45,000 crore. So this was the amount of money that was spending by the government in order to give this free 5 kg of rations for grains for the people who are already a beneficiary of under NFSA. Now what government did was, they stopped this scheme, that is Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana scheme was stopped. And then they told that earlier NFSA, under NFSA, people were paying 3 rupees, 2 rupees and 1 rupees, right? So now what government did was, now the people, the beneficiaries under NFSA need not pay any money at all. We will give you free grains under NFSA only, but we will not give you this additional 5 kg under PM Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana. Clear? So what government did was, they stopped this Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana and made this National Food Security Act free. Earlier this Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana was free. Now this free element has been merged into National Food Security Act, and they have stopped this Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana. Clear? Now everyone can, that is the 67% of people who were earlier the beneficiary of this National Food Security Act, earlier they were paying 3 rupees, 2 rupees, 1 rupees for rice, wheat and coarse grain. Now they need not pay any money at all. So now it has become completely free. Clear? This was the news. Understood? Any doubt over here? Clear? So why did government do this? Why? What are the benefits? Okay, we cannot call it as a benefit, but why did government do this? Why did government stop this Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana? So why it stopped was, for 3 months government had to pay 45,000 crore for 3 months. So in order to extend for 1 year, this is for 3 months. This is for 45,000 crore for 3 months. So if they have to extend it for 1 year, one more year, it would have costed 1.8 lakh crore rupees. For 3 months, if it's 45,000 crore, so 3 into 4, okay, that is, say for 12 months it would have costed 1.8 lakh crore for the government. And we know that the fiscal deficit is very high in India. So in order to stop this, and the money which was coming from NFSA under National Food Security Act, how much people were paying? 3 rupees, 2 rupees and 1 rupee, right? This 3 rupees, 2 rupees, 1 rupees were paid by the people to the government. Government was collecting from NFSA, it was collecting only 15 crore, 15,000 crore rupees. 15,000 crore rupees was only government collecting from the National Food Security Act. That is the old act, that is 2013 act. From this act, which the government was giving food almost at the free, that is 3 rupees, 2 rupees and 1 rupees. Under this act, government was, say, collecting only 15,000 crore per year. But if government has to run PM Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana, they have to spend 1.8 lakh crore rupees. So 1.8 lakh crore has to be spent. So what government told was, rather than earning this 15,000 crore rupees from under National Food Security Act, so what I'll do is I'll stop this 1.8 lakh crore scheme and I'll make this scheme free. So what will happen? The loss will be 15,000 crore will be the loss for government, but government is saving on this 1.8 lakh crore. Understood? Clear, clear, clear. Any doubt over here? This is the reason. The main reason for stopping this PM Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana was fiscal prudence. Cost was very, very high. Nishant, no need to read all these numbers. No need to memorize all these numbers. Just have a fair idea. The reason for stopping this Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana was cost, fiscal deficit was very high. See, Sugana. See, in order for the government to implement this Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana, what they do is they give 5 kg rice. So 5 kg rice or any grains. So in order to implement this Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana, government was spending 1.8 lakh crore per year. So government was already implementing National Food Security Act. So under this National Food Security Act, government was already implementing, and people had to pay, say I had to pay 3 rupees, 2 rupees, 1 rupees to the government in order to get the food grain. So if say 67% of the population pay 3 rupees, 2 rupees, 1 rupees to the government was earning 15,000 crore rupees. This was the earning by the government. Since if this 67% population has to get food grains under National Food Security Act, they will have to pay 3 rupees, 2 rupees or 1 rupees respectively. So when they pay to the government was earning 15,000 crore rupees. Now, when government started implementing this Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana, government had to spend 1.8 lakh crore. This was the amount government had to spend. But this was the money government was receiving when I paid to the government in order to get rice at 3 rupees. So what government did was they stopped this one. That is Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana was stopped, and they told that we will give the food for, that is the food under food grains under National Food Security Act will be completely free. You need not pay 3 rupees, 2 rupees, 1 rupees also. So what happened? So government will not get this 15,000 rupees, 15,000 crore rupees. But what is the big picture? The big picture is government is now stopping this scheme. That is Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana. 1.8 lakh crore has been stopped. The earlier last year government spent 1.8 lakh crore. This year government will not spend this 1.8 lakh crore. So this they have stopped. Clear? Yeah. Any doubt over here? Please go through this. Good. Yeah, by C. No. National Food Security Act was launched in 2013. Atmanirbhar Bharat was in COVID. So under Atmanirbhar Bharat, so yeah, clear. Okay. Yeah. Next one, we'll take up geoglyph. Okay, geoglyph again, completely from prelims point of view, purely prelims point of view. No one is going to ask what geoglyph is or explain geoglyph in your mains answers. Questions will not be on this aspects. Geoglyph. Clear? So what is this geoglyph? So it's a concept is very clear, simple. So geoglyph means, so basically, please focus here, don't overcomplicate this concept. Geoglyph basically means when I etch any image on a rock, I call it as a geoglyph. If this is a rock surface, when I etch any image, so the image can be, say, something like this. Okay, this is one geoglyph. These are the images that are being etched. These are the images that are being etched in on over the rock surface. So this I call it as a geoglyph. Clear? So there's something called as a petroglyph. So there's something called as a petroglyph also. So the difference between petroglyph and geoglyph is, geoglyph means the image that are etched on the surface of the rock, and petroglyph means the image that are etched on the wall, that is the wall of a rock. So that I call it as a petroglyph. The image that have been etched on the surface, I call it as a surface, that is the surface of a rock, I call it as a geoglyph. Clear? So this is a basic idea. No, it's not summer, it's not rock cut. Basically I etch it. If it is vast surface of rock, I etch some image. This is not rock cut, this is etching. I etch some image. The image can be your animal, some human, some plants, any image. When I etch it on a huge rock surface, I call it as a geoglyph. When I etch the image on the wall of the rock, or say along the wall, I call it as a petroglyph. Clear? So what is this I hope everyone got it right. So any doubt over here? What is geoglyph and petroglyph? So the news was, geoglyph means, recently the news was, so in Ratnagiri, so yeah, and just note down, in India the largest geoglyph is found in Jaisalmer, Rajasthan. So where is this Jaisalmer, Rajasthan? It is in this part. So this is your Jaisalmer, Rajasthan. So here we have the largest geoglyph that is found in Jaisalmer, Rajasthan. But in Ratnagiri also, where is Ratnagiri? Ratnagiri is in this part, that is near your Maharashtra, this part. This we call it as Konkan region. In Ratnagiri also, we have a huge number of geoglyphs, more geoglyphs. There are somewhere around 1500 geoglyphs. Please don't try to memorize these numbers. No one is going to ask. And why waste? Do you guys know? Have you guys memorized the numbers of fundamental rights? First memorize that one. Okay, later on you can see all these things. No one is going to ask whether it's 1500 or 1400. Not at all required. So just know the basic concept. Since it's from purely prelims point of view, just know what is geoglyph, what is petroglyph, which region geoglyph is found. Yeah, prelims now, don't overcomplicate. The answer will be in front of you only. If you have a vague idea on these concepts, you can eliminate the option and get the answer. So don't overcomplicate it. So geoglyph, recently what happened, why it was in news is, even in Ratnagiri we have a huge number of geoglyphs. Say somewhere around 1500 geoglyphs are there. But the issue is, the government proposed that we are going to construct one, say, oil refinery. That is a huge oil refinery huge oil refinery in this region near the geoglyph oil refinery. Since it is near the coast, so it's easy to construct the oil refinery. So this was the plan that is given by the government. So we know that when we construct oil refinery, these kind of geoglyphs will get destroyed, because there will be oil spills, etc. Many things can happen. So again, these kind of geoglyphs will be destroyed. As a reason, there are many committees which is telling that don't install the oil refineries over here near the geoglyph. Transfer it, say install it somewhere else, not near the geoglyph, that is not near Ratnagiri is in near Maharashtra. So again, there are multiple geoglyphs. Now let us consider what are the benefits of geoglyphs. So benefits of geoglyphs is, again, significance of the benefits of geoglyphs. So one is, it is going to prove the existence of human settlements from Mesolithic period. Okay, so here mainly the anthro optional, guys. You can use it in your unit 1. Okay, unit 1 paper 1, unit 2 paper 2. So there, archaeology anthro, so there you can use it. So Ratnagiri geoglyph significance is, it is going to prove the existence of human, that is during the Mesolithic period also, because the carbon dating of these geoglyphs has showed that this is a part of your Mesolithic structure. So if the carbon dating shows that since it's a part of Mesolithic structure, it's very obvious that humans have lived here during the Mesolithic period also. Again, geoglyphs, there are some geoglyphs which are showing a different kind of animals which are not present now. So again, it also shows light on what were the kind of animals that were present during that Mesolithic period. And also tourism, since because of this geoglyphs, there is tourism over here. If I have oil refineries, it is going to impact all these factors. Clear? Understood? This is the basic crux regarding geoglyph. Understood? So yeah, got it? Fine. Again, please just memorize what is geoglyph, what is petroglyph, and your region, that is Jaisalmer and Ratnagar. That's more than sufficient. Next, coming to, okay, cough syrup drops. Again, it's again purely prelims point of view. So here, yeah, so, this is a bit important because multiple questions they have asked on all these kinds of elements. Some chemical awards they ask. So cough syrup. See, India is known as the pharmacy of the world. So India is considered as the pharmacy. India is the pharmacy of the world. Why? Because we are a dominant, okay, we have a dominant player or a huge number of players in your generic medicine, that is manufacturing of generic medicine. So as a reason, India is a pharmacy, considered as pharmacy of the world. Okay, huge number of medicines are generic medicines are manufactured over here. So as a reason, we consider it to be a pharmacy of the world. Again, now you would have seen in news. So this is the recent news, that is in Uzbekistan, many say around 18 children. Again, it's a very sad news, that is people, young children, okay, very young children, they died because of consuming some syrup, that is cough syrup, which had some adulterants, okay, which had some elements which were very poisonous. So the same thing happened in your Gambia also recently. Even in Gambia also, many children, say around 66 children, they died because of consuming this cough syrup which had some adulterants. Okay, so what are these adulterants? These adulterants are your ethynyl glycol and diethynyl glycol. So these are the two adulterants that were added in your cough syrup. And this cough syrup, when it was drunk by when it was consumed by the young children, they died because of its poisonous nature. And these adulterants, so it has all these elements, like it is sweet tasting, it is colorless, odorless, and mainly it is used in commercial purpose. Okay, these adulterants were not, these chemicals are not supposed to be used in a cough syrup. These chemicals are supposed to be used in anti-freezing anti-freezing agents, but it is not supposed to be used in cough syrup. But the cough syrup that was manufactured in India by one company in Haryana, they used this chemical, that is ethylene glycol and diethylene glycol, and these chemicals were at an unacceptable amount. The threshold level was very huge, that is the percentage of usage of this diethylene glycol and ethylene glycol was very huge. So what happened, these chemicals, they caused kidney failure. They caused kidney failure among kids. Kids or children. So as a reason, what happened, many children died. So why did this, is the from prelims point of view, just remember these elements, that is diethylene glycol and ethylene glycol. These are the adulterants that was used in your cough syrup, which causes kidney failure leading to casualties. So the question is, why did the manufacturer use this diethylene glycol or ethylene glycol? So usually what happens is, usually we were supposed to use glycerin in the cough syrup. So that is the, if you have tasted glycerin, it has that sweet element, etc. But instead of glycerin, the manufacturer in Haryana, that person used this ethylene glycol and diethylene glycol. Why? Because in order to save money, glycerin is a bit costly compared to these chemicals, that is ethylene glycol and diethylene glycol. In order to save money, so they replaced glycerin with these harmful commodities, which led to the death of multiple childrens. Clear? Yeah. So now please write this. Solve this one. Please solve this one. Yeah, ethylene glycol is not costlier than glycerin. Glycerin is costly, so as a reason, the manufacturer used ethylene glycol. So that's the reason. Ethylene glycol is not, Yeah, now coming to this one, that is G20, Digital India Innovation. Please focus over here. This one, you can use it in your, GS3 cyber security questions. Every year there's a question on cyber security. So as a reason, I have purposefully selected this because it gives you that one additional point. Clear? So every year there's a question on cyber security. So yeah. So please focus on this. So what is this? We all, I think you all know that we are the president of G20, and the G20 multiple initiatives have been taken. One such initiative is under Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, that is MeitY. So what this Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology has, this is the new initiative. What they have launched is, they have launched something called as Digital Innovation Alliance. So what is this? This is a comprehensive, it's kind of a comprehensive framework for the members of G20 and other countries. So what this tells, that is Digital Innovation Alliance. So there are three elements in this Digital Innovation Alliance. So basically what, see here, now we are in the phase of Digital India, and we know that the entire world is moving towards a digital era. Here, since India is very much active in this Digital India, we should be kind of a leader in promoting the digital network around the world. So what this was the aim of the minister under minister to the electronics and IT, information technology. So what he told was, we should lead the world in this digital revolution. So how do we do it? So under this Digital Innovation Alliance, so the innovation, creation of new elements in the digital platform. So that was the idea behind launching this Digital Innovation Alliance. Clear? The world is moving towards the digital era. India should be a leader in this. And how do we do it? We should have a digital innovation alliance. The new thing, new elements in the digital or say internet should be rolled out with a proper alliance, with a proper group. So there are three elements under this. The first one is what the minister, okay, what the objective of this digital innovation alliance is. First one, acknowledge and promote the use of transformative digital innovation created by startups. So what the minister or say what this digital innovation alliance says, that we should promote the new ideas that have been created by the startups, the new transformative ideas in the digital platform that has been created by the startup. So why startup? Because we startups are the agencies that are going to create new niche digital products. So we need to promote these startups, so who are indulging in this transformative digital innovation. That is the first element. And the second element is what the minister told is under this initiative. So he told that is the new innovations under the digital innovation. So it should address the six crucial sectors. This is agri-tech, health tech, ed tech, fintech, secure digital infrastructure, and circular economy. That is, what are the new innovations that are taking place in the digital platform should address or say should help out these six crucial sectors. That is your agriculture, health, edtech, fintech, secure digital platform, and finally the circular economy. In these critical areas, that is, we should have a digital innovation. In order to have this digital innovation, we should have a proper alliance. That is, the members of G20 and say other countries also should participate in order to create some digital or say transformative ideas, transformative innovations to serve these six sectors. Next one is, and the last point what the minister told was, we should have a proper platform, that is platform that India wants to promote to the G20 in order so that, and what the minister told was, we'll provide that is India will provide a proper platform whereby the other members of the G20 and other countries can come on board and support the innovators so that it can be quickly be accepted. Clear? So assume that there's one startup in Bangalore, so that is going to create some digital transformative idea in the digital platform. So this startup should be supported by India as well as the members of other G20 countries. Clear? And so that all the stakeholders, that is companies, investors, mentors, etc., they should be involved in promoting this startup who has rolled out some transformative digital innovation. So this is the idea which the minister told under this scheme. Clear? So that is a G20 Digital Innovation Alliance. So next one is, so along with the scheme, the minister also rolled out something like Stay Safe online campaign. So what is a Stay Safe online campaign? So it's a very simple concept. Stay Safe online campaign is nothing but, so we all know that now we are in the era of digital. Okay, that is, we are in a digital era, and social media and huge amount of financial transactions are taking place in the internet. So we have to be safe and secure. In order to promote this safe and secure environment, the minister under the ministry launched this Stay Safe online campaign. So basically the agenda is to encourage people to practice safe online safety. So we all know that there's everyone uses, okay, majority of the community uses social media. Majority of the community is now moving towards a digital financial transactions. So since that is the condition, so we should encourage people to practice online, and that is, okay, online safety measures should be ensured. So that is the first thing. And again the next one is to identify the cyber security and how to manage it. So that is, we have to create awareness among the people to identify the cyber security, and at the same time we should create awareness on how to manage the threats. So this was the second idea which the objective speaks about. And the third one is, the campaign should be in multilingual so that it reaches vast spectrum of the people. It reaches every section of the society. So as a reason, the campaign has been made multilingual. Clear? So it's a very simple concept. Stay Safe online campaign. Basically, it means that we have to promote the idea of cyber security and ensuring that people knows how to manage this cyber security. That is the first element. And again, promote the culture of, also encourage the people to practice online safety. Why? Because the social media has increased, the online financial transaction has increased, so we should encourage people to practice this online safety measures. So usage of, say, like usage of virtual keyboards while putting in passwords, these kinds of practices that should be promoted. And how do you promote all these things? It should be promoted in a multilingual method, so that it reaches the wide spectrum, also a huge set of audience. Clear? Got it? Any doubt over here? And this one, where will you use it? You can use it in your cyber security answers. Say one point is promoting the stay safe online campaign in your GS3 answers, security. Clear? Next one is the last topic of the day. Okay, this is mobile governance. This is purely mains point of view, completely mains. So you can use it in your GS2 governance part, or say GS3 agriculture, multiple places you can write it. So what is this mobile governance? What is mobile governance? Or say what is governance? Or say what is e-governance? What is e-governance? Can someone tell what's e-governance? E-governance using of IoT governance. Okay, not IoT. No, Anishan, not IoT. Okay, e-governance means, so before taking up m-governance, yeah, one more thing I just want to tell you. This mobile governance is a part of his and very good article from your Kurukshetra, December edition, December 2020 edition. So 2022. December Kurukshetra, December 2022. Okay, so what is this e-governance? Before taking up mobile governance, yeah, it's in page number 24. Page 24. Yeah, what is this M governance, or say mobile governance? Before understanding mobile governance, let us understand e-governance. So what is this e-governance? E-governance is nothing but giving the facilities, giving the government services by using ICT, information and communication technology. That's a simple statement, simple definition of e-governance. Giving government services via ICT. What is ICT? Information and communication technology. So this is your e-governance. So we have e-governance, right? Why information and communication technology? Say, for example, your passport, or say PAN card, or say EPFO. If you go to your village, that is common service center is there. So there, if you go there, you can apply for passports, you can apply for your certificates, etc. Those things you can do it over there. So that is nothing but your e-governance. But why we should have m-governance? Why not e-governance? E-governance is also same, right? Basically, we use information and communication technology to give government services. That is your e-governance. Why m-governance? So, or else, what is m-governance? M-governance is nothing but when I serve the e-governance using m-governance, using mobile. So I call it as mobile m-governance. When I serve the e-governance by using a mobile phone, I call it as m-governance. Same concept, but what is e-governance? When I give the government services by using information and communication technology, that is your e-governance. When I ensure that this e-governance gets implemented by using a mobile, then that becomes m-governance. Why m-governance? Why m-governance is required? So the main reason for m-governance, why we should have m-governance is, in order to have e-governance, I should have proper broadband system should be there. Broadband connection should be there. I should have proper personal computer. So printer, everything should be there. Camera, webcam, everything should be there. Only then I can have this e-governance in place. Now this is not possible practically in many of the villages in India. So what is the best alternative? I can provide this e-governance by using mobile. So when I provide e-governance by using mobile, it becomes m-governance. So now everyone, the majority of the people have mobile, so many the smartphones. So as a reason, what happens? M-governance is very easy compared to your e-governance. That is the reason why government is pushing towards M-governance. For everything, they have an app. Even say mygov.in, so multiple apps are there. Why are they pushing so many apps? The reason is I cannot have a personal computer, a keyboard, broadband communication, webcam, everything in every part of the village in order to roll out this e-governance. So the best way is we can roll out m-governance only. So that is the idea or the rationale behind m-governance. Understood? So this is the reason why m-governance is preferred. So because I don't have adequate infrastructure to implement e-governance, so I am moving towards m-governance. Understood? So this is the basic idea. And so what are the models of m-governance? Different models of m-governance, same like how you would have studied the models of, say, governance, that is G2C, G2E, G2B, and G2G. Similarly, the same models you have in your m-governance. What is G2C? G2C is nothing but government to citizen. So whenever there's a connection between government to citizen via a mobile phone or a mobile app, we call it as G2C. So example, can anyone give an example? We can use this MyGov app, where you can directly give some ideas or suggestions to the government. So that is your MyGov app. So next one is government to employee app. So government to employee means, say, the state governments will have multiple apps. Say for example, Himachal Pradesh has their own app for salary, to manage all the salaries. So every majority of the governments have their own app in order to attendance. Say in Karnataka, some departments have app for attendance. So this is your G2E, that is government to employees app. Employee means government employees app. So this is your G2E. Next one is G2G. G2G means government to government. So when they have to communicate between one section of the government to another section of the government, they can communicate via app. Say for example, in Karnataka there is an app called as Khajane. Okay, this is Khajane app. So this Khajane app basically deals with all the financial aspects of different departments. So say the Department of Forest will have so much finance, the Department of say transportation will have so much finance. All the finance department, all the treasury of different departments are linked under this app. If they have to transfer money from this department to that department, that can be monitored via this app. That is government to government model from this app. Again, government to business. So that is government. We all know that government takes government directly involves in many business. Say like tender, say tender purchasing of, say, some equipments, say giving contract. For even for this, there are multiple apps that are present. So these are the four models for M governance: G2C, G2B, G2G, and G2C, G2E. So these are the four models that are there. Clear? So got it? Yeah. Now coming to the data on the mobile. So what is the facts? What are the facts? Okay, it is okay, facts. Okay, facts on mobile. So as of now, so as of 2022 August, there are nearly almost 1.1 billion telephone connections, of which 98% are mobile phone connections, your cellular phone connections, and estimated there is somewhere around 65% of it are smartphones. Understood? So nearly 1.1 billion telephone connections are there. Of this, 98% are mobile phones. Of this 98% mobile phones, 65% are smartphones. So it's a huge number. So as a reason, I can easily tap into m-governance rather than e-governance. For e-governance, I should have computer, keyboard, or webcam, whatnot, broadband connection, everything should be there. But whereas this 65% of smartphone users, they already have internet with them. So it becomes very easy for me to use this m-governance. Again, the tele density of country is increasing gradually. So after this, meaning after this geo revolution, the tele density has increased to up to 85%, and now it is increasing gradually. Yeah, next one is okay. Some of the important apps, okay, that the government has launched. Okay, Arogya Setu, you must know. Okay, DigiLocker, ePathshala, GST Rate Finder. These are some of the apps that is government has rolled out. But what the primary objective of m governance? What is the primary objective of m governance is? See, like if it's a e-governance, if it is e-governance, there will be one computer placed in one part of the rural area, say one part of the village. So this computer will serve every section of the every person in the village. But whereas this mobile phone is your individual specific. So the primary objective of the m governance is the government scheme should be delivered in a individual specific manner. Say for example, you have the latest app. What is the recent app that our government launched? That is your Digi Yatra. Digi Yatra is your individual specific. This Digi Yatra app will save my photo image, and this will help me to have a streamlined pass in the airports. So for example, you have DigiLocker. Again, it is a specific individual specific app. If I have e-governance, one computer cannot be individual specific in that village, whereas in m-governance, each app can be individual specific. That is the primary objective. If it is individual specific, the government can easily serve them better. I cannot have one e-governance model for airport check-in. So that cannot happen. It is only the m-governance model that can ensure airport check-in, because every mobile is individual specific. So the government can deliver service on individual specific manner. So that is the best way, right? So rather than giving overall services, m-governance ensures that the government can give an individual specific services for the individuals. So that is the best one. And again, under e-Kranti, see, you would have learned Digital India program. Under Digital India program, there are 9 pillars are there. So there are 9 pillars, and of this 9 pillar, one of the main important pillar is e-Kranti. So what is this e-Kranti? E-Kranti is nothing but revolutionizing the e-governance model in India. E-Kranti, bringing a Kranti, okay, bringing a revolution in the e-governance model. So that is the agenda of e-Kranti, that is completely revamping the e-governance model. Now m-governance, this is m-governance, that is the mobile governance, will help to fulfill the agenda of e-Kranti, because I cannot have a huge number of say computers in across every part of the village. So the best way to implement this e-Kranti is m-governance. Clear? Yeah. So m governance, okay, where all m governance has succeeded in India. The first one is fintech revolution. So what is fintech revolution? Fintech revolution is nothing but providing financial services via technology. I call it as a fintech. Okay, this is your fintech. Fintech means providing financial services, be it your say payment services, insurance, creation of bank account, etc. These are your fintech revolution. And the fintech revolution is mainly the fintech revolution got its a huge success mainly because of m governance, not because of your e-governance. E-governance means I'll have to use this kind of computers, but the fintech revolution got this huge exponential success because of m governance. Say everyone should be using these kind of UPI apps. Now everyone can create one bank account by using mobile phone only. So that's the reason m governance brought a major revolution in this fintech field. Clear? So this is one successful example. So next one is what the author, okay, what the author in this Kurukshetra article, he says that, so this is one app, that is Umang app is one extraordinary app. These kind of apps should be further promoted. So as a reason, we'll understand what this Umang app is. Umang app means basically it is an all-in-one app. So this app has multiple services that are present. So you need not have multiple apps. Now say Ministry of Railways has a different app, Ministry of Health has a different app, multiple apps are there. At the same time, state governments has multiple apps. So what Umang app does is they have incorporated multiple services in the same app. So why, see here what happens. Many of the smartphone users, mainly in the rural areas or even in the semi-urban areas, they don't know how to use the smartphone properly, or say they don't know what app needs to be downloaded. So in order to ensure the success of M-governance, what the author says is that we need to promote apps like this Umang app, which is all-in-one app. Say different kinds of say services are present in the same app only. So as a reason, it's kind of an all-in-one app. It becomes easy. It is now in Umang app, not all services are included in Umang app. Very few services are included in Umang app. But what the author says is that we need to promote these kind of apps, that is all-in-one apps. And finally, what are the challenges in M governance? So challenges in M governance, see the first main challenge is, so there are large number of multiple apps are there. So that is the main challenge. See, apps, it's very good. So M governance is very good. It's way good. It's very, very good compared to your E governance. It has a lot of advantages compared to E governance. But what are the challenges? There are multiple apps. I cannot have 1,000 apps in order to avail all the government services. So the best alternative is we need to move towards Umang app model, so that it is kind of an all-in-one app. And next one is limited awareness or say digital, okay, that is a digital illiteracy, lack of digital literacy. So as a reason, the people, okay, cannot manage, cannot handle their smartphones properly, or cannot utilize their smartphones to the optimum manner. So as a reason, we have, okay, digital illiteracy. So this becomes a challenge for M governance. And finally, lack of, okay, access to good smartphones. Whatever the smartphones that are there are kind of not very competitive enough to handle multiple apps. So as a reason, now what is the current condition? Multiple apps are there. So I should have a very good smartphone which can handle multiple apps at a time. But since people don't have a good smartphones, again it is a challenge for M governance. So where can we use this M governance topic? You can use it in your GS2. There's a topic called governance. So under governance, you should write this one point, that is M governance should be promoted. Clear? Yeah, okay guys, thank you. If there's any doubt. Yeah, Saurabh, NFSA is a central government scheme. Subita, okay, current affairs, yeah, current affairs में ना, first go through previous year questions. You'll get a very fair idea. Firstly, how many current affairs questions they are asking, and you'll get to know. Yeah, what is the yeah, it should be rapid pressure decrease, right? Rapid pressure decrease. So answer should be D. Answer is D. Shivanshi, answer is D. Okay, it should be bomb cyclone is a rapid pressure decrease. So the rapid pressure decrease in terms of say 24 millibars per 24 hours within 24 hours. Yeah. Okay. Then here, focus. No, Shivanshi. It should be rapid pressure decrease. Yeah, temperature and pressure decrease. No, it should be pressure decrease. Pressure decrease. That's your bomb cyclone. Yeah. Anything else? All clear? Chalo, chalo then. Good night. So Ruby, millibar, that's how we measure pressure, like how liter is used to measure water, millibar. Abdul, tricks for prelims here. Yeah, prelims, please focus on the static as much as possible. Current affairs, it is a cherry on the cake. Static portion of current affairs is extremely important. Don't try to over memorize things. Clear? Yeah. Rajeshri, no, bomb cyclone is not anticyclone. It's a cyclone. Bomb cyclone means cyclone. Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, okay. Thank you guys. Chalo, bye bye. Study well. Practice, please practice prelims question as much as possible. That's very important.
Just stop the class.
ಹೌದಾ? Okay, sure.